A great lead magnet and landing page can cause explosive growth in your business. And so today I'm gonna take you step by step and how to build your email list through an awesome opt-in or lead magnet using Kajabi. Are you ready? Let's dive in. What's up, it's Danny, and I have taken my YouTube community and built a 6-figure business on Kajabi, and I'm gonna show you how you can do the same. Now, quick PSA, if you do wanna follow along with today's tutorial and you aren't using Kajabi yet, instead of using their 14-day free trial, I have a 30-day free trial that you can use, and when you use that link, you also get immediate access to my 0 to 10K course roadmap. That's gonna help you make your first $10,000 in course sales as a thank you to you for using my affiliate link. So definitely take advantage of that. If you've already created your lead magnet and you don't need any of my insider tips on how to create a high converting one, then you can skip in the timestamps to where I start creating the offer page, okay? But let's dive into actually the secrets of building out a solid lead magnet or opt-in. Now, the first step in building your email list on Kajabi through a lead magnet is having the lead magnet made. Now, obviously, it's very important that your lead magnet is high quality because when people go through your lead magnet, they need to be like, whoa, this is high value, and want to then work with you more or sign on for whatever other course or program that you have that people are going to pay for. So I'm going to take you through the formula that I recommend for a really strong lead magnet. So let me pull up my lead magnet. I have it created in Canva. The first page needs to be obviously your title, and I recommend that it is something enticing. We can think of the 0 to 10K course roadmap. That's a great title because it shows a transformation. Always, 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 whether it's the title of your course or the title of your opt-in, think of some sort of transformation that you can potentially have, or just at least make it juicy. And if you need help with that, you can always use something like ChatGPT. So for me, I have the ultimate starting on YouTube cheat sheet, 5 steps to a successful start your competitors don't want you to know. That's pretty saucy, right? Spice up your title. Read it right now. Is it boring? Take your title, go into ChatGPT and ask it to spice it up a little. Now, page 2 of your opt-in should appeal to who this opt-in is for and share like, is this what you're struggling with? I got you, I've been there too, I'm gonna help you out with that. So you can see here on this page, I've got a little bit about what my ideal viewer is struggling with. I ask, does this sound like you? And I list out some of the things they may be going through. And then I say, guess what? I was there too. And this is gonna help you because it helped me. Now, page 3 is where you get to talk a little bit about yourself. Now, pro tip, the more you can make your about you section about your audience, that's helpful, right? You wanna come off relatable. You wanna show the areas where you and your audience have some similarities. So of course, share who you are, but also make sure that it relates to what your opt-in is about. So you can see here, I share a bit about myself, but I really share like about my YouTube journey. I don't just share like, I'm Danielle and I think that cats are scary and I like surfing. No, I share what relates to this opt-in. I know that seems simple enough, but I've read a lot of opt-ins, okay? So very important you make it about the opt-in and appeal to your audience. After that, then you go into the next pages on what the actual tips are. And I recommend to keep this short because the longer it is, the more you're gonna lose your audience. You wanna make sure that you're giving people like a quick transformation where they have a quick win. So after they're done with this opt-in, they're like, hey, wow, this was really helpful. I wanna learn more from this person. But if you make it a really drawn out opt-in, people are gonna dip out because people don't often really use free stuff. People like to use paid things and spend more time on paid things than they do free things. So make it a quick win, okay? So I have the steps here. You can see this is where I'm actually going through the actual cheat sheet. By the way, if you have not downloaded this YouTube cheat sheet, it's really good. You should download it. It's gonna help you start your channel. Shameless plug right there. But after that, then the last pages, so for me, this is my 8th page, depending on how many tips you have, you need to be like, okay, but here's what you really need to succeed. Yes, this is helpful, but here's what you really need to go next level. And then the next level is gonna be your upsell, whatever call to action you wanna have. If you don't have a course created right now or an offer, you can always have that be like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or follow me on Instagram, or click here for more info. But you should have some sort of call to action at the end. Now, very important that you make your opt-in look super professional. The more high quality and professional and branded it is, the more likely you are to convert people when you have that call to action at the end. And so if you're really bad at branding, I highly recommend you go on to Fiverr or Upwork and you hire somebody to put that information together for you with your branding guide. So you can see here, I even went onto Fiverr. I found this girl in the first first 5 minutes. She said she will create a standout welcome packet, workbook, PDF, brochure, lead magnet. So you could look around Fiverr, hire and outsource it for $50. She would do it for you in 3 days with 3 revisions. Not bad. You can get people for way less than this on Fiverr as well. I'm sure you could find people even doing it for $10, $20. It just depends. Now let's head into Kajabi and create our offer page for our lead magnet. So what you are going to do, you're going to log into Kajabi and you will go to website. From there, you'll hit pages. So you're going to hit new landing page, and then you're going to start from scratch. I'm going to hit get started. Opt-in example 3. And I'm going to base it off of my actual opt-in page here. So we see we have this graphic. I'm going to show you how to make that. We have the form, and then we have just like a little information about the opt-in. And so what you'll do is we want to add in a section once this loads where we have some text and we have a photo. So I like the photo there, but I'm going to, and just in this first section, I'm going to add content, and we are going to add the form. Like, I don't have a form yet. Let's create the form. So you can see select form here. Well, we don't have the form. So you're going to hit edit your form. And this is going to take you into your form where you're able to build and get those emails out. Okay. So you can see here, I'm going to click new form, and the title is going to be YouTube cheat sheet example. Now you'll see here that you can then have a double opt-in or single opt-in. A double opt-in is where people have to confirm that they want to be on your email list. It's recommended, or you could just do single opt-in as well. You can have form fields where you have somebody's name and email. You could even add on here if you wanted like their Instagram handle. You could add that into there, but I don't think that's necessary here, so I'm just going to do name and email, so I'll delete that. Now, automation, I always, after someone fills out a form, I always make sure I send them an email with the opt-in, okay? So you're going to click add automation when form is submitted, and then you are going to click send an email, okay? And then you can add a subject and body paragraphs. So we can see here, I already have an email. I'm going to show you my actual email where I have the subject, your YouTube cheat sheet, and a little fire emoji. And then I say, hey, and I insert the person's first name. I'm so stoked that you're taking this major leap in your business. So I get them excited about the opt-in. And then I say, I know this is going to help you get started strong. So add some encouragement for whoever's downloading your opt-in, whatever it may be. And then you're going to hit a button where people are able to download it. And so how do you do that? Well, if I were to take my email here, I'm going to put it into my example, okay? And let's say I want to have people be able to download it. So I'm going to say download now. Okay, so I'm going to hover over it. And I'm going to upload a file. So then I'm going to upload my YouTube cheat sheet that I created. Find it on as a PDF. So I've got it. I'm going to download that from my files. And then it's going to create a URL already in Kajabi, which is awesome. The text that displays download now, and then target, it's going to open into a new window. So I want to change that as well and hit OK. Look, now it hyperlinks, and when somebody clicks on that, they're able to then have our PDF download that we created either in Canva or you had somebody on Fiverr create. So you can see if I send a test email, send preview, you can see here we've got the email, and if I hit download now, it's going to show the cheat sheet. Really awesome. So we have the form created. So once I have it created, I am going to save it. And before I leave this page, I do one more thing where I add one more automation where I add a tag to this person. So this new person that's on my email list, I want to know where they came from. And so I create a tag and I change it to, and I make the tag whatever the opt-in is. So it would be opt-in example, was this 2 or 3? I can't remember. And it can create that tag. And so now whenever I see someone's tags, I can see, oh, they downloaded this cheat sheet. And you're able to then create automations for people within that tag. So that's an important step to do. And in our form, I'm going to select form, and it's going to be my, whatever we titled it. Let's see, YouTube cheat sheet example 2. And then look, we have the form is now here, and I can change the text. And so if I go here, we can see we've got get the ultimate YouTube cheat sheet. So I'll change that text here. And again, you want the text to be something that's going to entice your audience to download. And then I always like to have a little sentence that's sharing more of what somebody can expect from the opt-in. And so here I've got, learn the 3 steps to a successful start your competitors don't want you to know. And then you can see the name and email. And then I can change how I want things to look by clicking into these things. I could change the button text color. I could change the button background color to something that's more on brand, my branding. And then I'm going to actually click into this picture. And then I'm going to click into this top text here and I'm going to delete this block. So I just want to have an image and a form. And then I'm going to click in into each and I'm going to change the width. So I'm going to change the width to this photo to 5 and this width to maybe 4. Yeah, that looks good. It doesn't need to be very big, even 3, maybe that's too small, but that looks good. And then we're gonna add an image of what the cheat sheet looks like. Now this is very important. People love to be able to see what they're downloading. So you're gonna go into your downloaded cheat sheet once you've had it in Canva or once you have gotten it from Fiverr back from whoever created it for you. And you are going to take screenshots of it in Canva and make a graphic that's previewing your opt-in. So what I will do is I'm going to go into Canva, create a design, and I'm just going to do it Instagram square post size. Then from there, I'm going to screenshot the different pages of my cheat sheet. So I'm going to screenshot page 1, 2, you want at least a couple and you want some showing the tips. So for my computer, I have a Mac. I screenshot by doing Command-Shift-4, but your computer may be different. You could just Google how to screenshot with and insert whatever computer that you use. I'm gonna do a couple more of these pages. And then once I feel like I have maybe 5 or 6, I'm going to drag those files into Canva, and then I'm gonna click them in. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna just spread them out slightly. I'm gonna make my first page in the front, and then I'm gonna bring these other pages to the back by hitting position to the back. And then what I like to do is just kind of layer them out so they look like they're fanned out nicely. Kind of move them around a bit, play around with this a little. And then, so they don't blend together, you are going to hit edit photo, and then you're gonna add a nice shadow. So you could do glow, or you could do drop. Drop's always a nice one, kind of makes it look really like paper. It's up to you. And I'm gonna hit that for each of them and just make it look real nice and fancy. And you wanna show people that you've got a lot of good information that you're giving. So you wanna show like, oh, you've got some good text here. Show some of those tips in it. Okay, so I would play around with this a bit more so I get a really nice graphic, and you can see what that looks like even here. So here I've got them kind of all surrounding the back. You can decide what exactly you want it to look like. Maybe I do put this one in the front, and I've got some on the sides as well. So that I think is looking pretty good. I should probably play around with it a little bit more, but let's say that looks, look how good that looks, even just from a little bit of playing around with it. Not bad, right? Then you're gonna hit share, download with a transparent background, and then hit download. Or you could have your background be the coloring of whatever you use for your branding. And then we are going to go back to your Kajabi and we're gonna upload that photo right here. So I will click select image, upload a new file from my device. And I will go ahead and grab that download, hit open, and then save. I will upload the file, and then we can see, ooh, it's looking so good. Now you can see here I've got more photos. So how did I do that? Well, if I want to add a background to this hero in this section, so you can see where my hero section, I can click on that and I can click background, and I could add a background type. It could be an image, it could be a color, but let's say I wanted to have an image. I could then select my own image, and I could pick a background photo that I liked. This is one that I use a lot for my business, and I could upload that file, or you could upload kind of a funky or more abstract picture from your business, whatever you want, and that's looking pretty good. So if I'm liking how this is looking, I would add probably one more thing. You can see in my cheat sheets, I usually have a little section just taking people through a little bit more what they can expect, and a photo of you if you had one. And so what I would do is I'm going to add one more section. So I've got this hero section. I'm going to then go back, and you can see we're in sections. And so I'm going to click add section, and I'm going to do a 2-column. Let's do text and image. We'll scroll down text and image. And then you can see here, I can move these around if I want. So I could have the image on this side or this side, but I feel like because I already have the image here, I should just add an image. I'll keep it on the right side then for here, and I'll select an image, and I'll upload one of myself. I'm going to drag that file in. I'm going to hit save and upload the file. Then from there, I can add in a little bit more information about what my opt-in is. So you can have a title text. And again, this should really just get your audience excited to download your opt-in. So are you finally ready to start a YouTube channel that has a purpose and a plan? If that speaks to you, again, have you not downloaded this? Because this is a real thing. Okay. And then I just have a little note here to my audience and say, as a YouTube coach, many people come to me saying they've always wanted a channel, but they don't know how to start, or they don't know how to create videos that show up in the search engine. And so this is going to solve that problem. And so that's looking nice. And then again, if I wanted to make it extra bougie, I can add a background, or if I'm like, I'm too lazy, I could just add a color to the background, make it look a little bit nicer. Hit save, and then you have your opt-in page done. What? But before you are finished, when you click save, you want to make sure you change then the URL of this page. We're going to then go to edit the details by clicking the 3 little dots right there. And you're going to change the URL to something easy. So this should be like YouTube cheat sheet, or whatever the title of your opt-in is, it should be similar. So I would put maybe cheat sheet. And then I would save that, and I would publish it, and I would create a page title for what it is. So this would be my YouTube cheat sheet. The page description could be what you had already listed here. Learn the 3 steps. You could just put a really short page description. You could choose then a social image, and I recommend the social image that you choose should be the graphic that you created. Now you definitely need to add this image because it's going to show up like this when you share a link to your opt-in. And so the dimensions of this should be 1280 by 720. So I'm going to take what we created here, I added a background to it, and I'm going to resize this to custom size, and it's going to be 1280 by 720. Continue, and I'm going to copy and resize this. And I will open that, download this. I might make it just a little bit bigger than, okay, share, download. I don't want a transparent background here, a regular background. And then in Kajabi, I can then upload this file. Looks great. And now this is the file that will show when I share this link to somebody, let's say on Instagram or something, okay? And I can copy it, and we are good to go. So you can see when you text it to somebody, it will look like this. Ah, look how fancy that is. So it's very important that you add that image in. Now, once you have this all done, make sure you hit save, and then you will want to preview it. So we go back to landing pages, and we want to make sure that it's all good. You'll want to test it out, give it a go. We can hit preview and see what it looks like. So it's looking really nice. Now, one thing I like to do in my form is you can see here, after someone fills out your form, you can take them to a landing page, a checkout page, download a file. And so usually I just have people able to download my opt-in right away because I figured they want it as soon as possible. So not only do I email it to them, but I also have them be able to download it right away. So I click download a file, I pick a file, and then I just add in my YouTube cheat sheet here as well. And that way people can get access to it right away. So really cool when people submit it. Not only do they hit submit and are they able to see the document, but they'll also get sent an email right after they do that as well. So in case they actually click out of this page, and so I'll show you right here. So if I put my name and my email and I hit submit, it's going to then take me straight to the YouTube cheat sheet. But also then it's gonna send me out this email here where then I'm able to hit download now and also get access to the opt-in in that way as well. So there's two ways you're gonna be able to access it. Now, once you have this set up, I highly recommend that you create a 3 to 5 part email sequence for your email list. So after this, you could have a little bit of a welcome sequence where you explain who you are, and then take them through 3 or 4 emails where you help them with specific things specific to your niche of what your opt-in is about, that then ultimately leads to you offering one of your paid services. If you want more information on that and how to create an email sequence, definitely leave me a comment in the description and I will create that video. Now, if this video was helpful for you, it's so helpful for me if you give a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and hopefully now you're building out that email list. So congrats, build out that list, lead people into more sales. You are killing it. I will see you next video. Bye.